I don't know why, but it's always date nights. Why is it not date mornings?
Yeah, like I'm on a date with Suhana today. Today's guest is on a mission to prove that Gurgaon is cooler than Delhi.
I think if you want a happy, successful dating life, come to Gurgaon.
She's slaving day in and day out so that you can finally stop taking your crush to Chayos for God's sakes.
So if somebody takes me to a very fancy place on the first date, it's like a headache. I think if I naturally had great hair, I'd be up for these dates.
Yeah. And one thing's for sure, she's picking Gurgaon boys over Delhi boys.
Never date somebody that's not 20 kilometers in your radius. It's too difficult, unless you're jobless.
Whether you're into BG de chole bhature and Laziz ke kebabs, this one's sure to leave you satisfied. There's a lot to explore in Gurgaon.
Yeah.
Food-wise and men-wise.
I'll comment on the food, you can comment on the men. This would be an ideal date for me.
Really?
Yeah, with you here.
Is this love, guys? Is this love? So you've talked a lot about food and restaurants and dishes, and a lot of matcha goes down on your page, as I've seen. But today we want to talk about love and dating and relationships. So broadly, what do you think is the biggest challenge that young people are facing today out there in the dating world?
First off, because our worlds are so closed off. Everything's online, you're working online. If you're going out for a dinner, then it's with a set group of friends.
Yeah.
So being able to meet somebody organically is increasingly difficult now. So I think even being able to find somebody more than outside of your DMs is a task.
But what's your stance on marriage as an institution?
I think it gives a lot of stability that you do need. And once you have that stability, there's so much more you can do, like grow in your career. And I think there's a study also that says if women are in happy relationships, their careers also prosper at a higher rate because they have that foundation, and then they can actually, like, their brain's not looking for love constantly, you know, they have that. So then they can actually use that time in doing things that they want to.
Right.
And I've noticed it with myself. If I've been with somebody who is making me feel anxious, my mind's totally occupied by them. I'm not working. And then if I'm with somebody who makes me feel secure, then I'm actually doing a lot of other things, like coming on this podcast.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. I'm a new matcha drinker. I'm a newbie.
Are you really?
Yeah. So I would like to believe that all the stress in my life is being caused through coffee. And if I just change my drink, all the stress will vanish.
No, I really love it. Like, I can't understand the people who say it tastes like grass, they say it tastes like mud, they say it tastes like dirt. Like, why do you hate our earth? Why not get in touch with your roots? I'm sorry. I just love the vibrant color. Like, I'm a very visual person.
Yeah.
When it comes to food and people.
Ah, I see. We call it visual person, not shallow anymore.
I'm a visual learner, you know? But
Thank
oh
you.
my god, thank you so much.
These are these chicken puffs. I call it puffs. It has a very fancy name.
Patty?
Bolabon.
Okay.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
Sure.
But it has mustard chicken. Very nice.
Okay, I'm in for mustard chicken. But what do you think about traditional gender roles, like in a relationship? Is that something that you sort of lean into, or is that something that you're like looking to change among yourself or your peers?
I think each to their own. Like, I as a person, I would like to make something independently out of my life before I can have somebody else in it and then make a life together. So for me, I don't think I would be able to stay at home. But then if you can, go for it. Yeah, like do what makes you happier. And it would not make me happier to be at home.
I think what makes me really sad is when women, especially of like older generations, like their entire existence was just defined by their relation to a man, whether it was their dad or their brother or their husband. Like, the guy is no longer just like the sole provider, and their sole use in a relationship is no longer just, okay, well, I bring the money in, you know, like, you need to deliver more. And I think that has also raised expectations out of male partners, at least for myself. Like, I want more than someone who can just pay for stuff. Although it would be nice. Like, I won't say no to a Birkin, but like more than that. Bring some EQ while you're at it.
EQ in guys is not very high. And I think it's because they've not been told to keep it high. Like for guys, I think your IQ makes you more valued in society as compared to EQ. Because if you have a higher EQ, it's like he's a sensitive guy, he's like a sweet guy,
Softy.
vanilla, all of those things. And for girls, of course, IQ matters as well. But I think you're also just, I don't know if you're innately more sensitive or you're made to be more sensitive. But yeah, low EQ in guys is, I think, making relationships suffer.
Yeah, I think it's become a buzzword in pop culture lately because of Instagram and everything. Like, everyone talks about, oh, emotional intelligence and stuff, but like really understanding what that means and how it plays out in practice is a very different thing.
With Instagram, there's so many people you're exposed to.
Yeah.
It does get confusing.
Yeah, yeah. So how do you know then when someone's the one? Like, is there a moment where you just flip a switch and you're like, okay.
So at one point it was, I think, visual, that this person and I will look great together. That this person is
We'll
it.
age so well together.
And I'll change him, you know?
Yeah.
Like my brain thought that if something's wrong, I'll change it, you know? But now I think it's how much fun you're having together. I think it's, like, I don't like going, even though my content is all fancy restaurants and stuff, but my ideal date is not a fancy restaurant. I want to be very relaxed. Like, this would be an ideal date for me.
Really?
Yeah, with you here.
Is this love, guys? You mentioned that you spend a lot of time at a lot of fancy restaurants and everything,
Yeah.
but what's like your ideal like setup if you're meeting someone for the first time?
My eventual setup would be a home. Because I hate stepping out, because I step out so much for content.
Oh.
Like, I do so much content and in all these fancy restaurants, and I hate dressing up. So if somebody takes me to a very fancy place on the first date, it's like a headache, you know? You have to get ready, you have to do your hair, your nails.
Yeah.
It's no longer just like a breeze. So I think a coffee shop date is, I think some people think it's a bit lame. Like, my friend got asked out and the guy was like, let's go to Gotti. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Bad marketing for Gotti. And she turned him down. She was like, he was taking me to Gotti. And I was like, what's wrong with Gotti?
Right.
It's like a chill vibe. You know, you don't want to take so much pressure on the first date.
Yeah. I go both ways where I want to be chill, I want to get to know the person, and at the same time I feel like the level of the choice of restaurant sometimes is an indication of like the level of investment someone like mentally is making in you. Like, if someone takes the time to like make a reservation or like think about where they want to go and like put more effort into the date itself, like, to me it's a signal that, okay, like, this person is serious about investing in me.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. I think if I naturally had great hair, I'd be up for these dates.
Yeah.
But you saw how much time my hair took.
Like, if you want to come help me blow dry,
If you can come blow dry my hair and then take me out to a fancy restaurant, be my guest.
we can have a conversation for sure. I think we can dig in, or at least start trying this.
Okay, another hot take. I don't know why, but it's always date nights. Why is it not date mornings? Why can't we go out for breakfast?
My favorite meal is breakfast.
Same.
Yeah,
Or brunch,
yeah.
right?
Yes.
And then it's always dinner dates. But why?
I'm tired.
I don't want to go out at night.
My bedtime is coming up.
My bedtime, I'm not there yet. But, but yeah, it's so tiring to go out at night. You know, it's so much more fun if you wake up in the morning and you have a great meal and you meet your favorite person. But then we do this right at the end. When all the work's happened, you're so tired.
You're tired.
So today I've got you to Shift, which I think is a great brunch spot.
Yes.
I think it should be a date spot as well.
Yay.
This one is like a Mexican breakfast. And we have matcha.
Okay. Oh my god. Cheers to you, darling.
Okay,
Happy
I'm going to
dance.
start with that.
Okay. I'll try this. So what, in your opinion, is the connection between food and love and dating?
I thought food and relationships don't really, like, it's not a deal breaker at all. But lately, I've come across instances where my friends are going out with vegetarians. And no, that's not the problem. The problem is not my friends going out with vegetarians. It's that the vegetarian guys are not too happy with meat-eating partners, which is fair because you're vegetarian for a particular reason. But then, you know, you want them to limit what they are eating, change their lifestyle. which you can, but if they don't want to, it becomes a little bit of like unpleasant energy.
Yeah. What about like food orders on a first date?
Finger food, I think, is great for a first date. Yeah, pizzas, small bites. I think small bites. Sushi, not finger food at all, but yeah, sushi.
Yeah.
I think small bites work.
Right.
Because you want to like spend more time talking and actually getting to know that person. After a stage, it's like you go out, no one's talking, you're eating, you're chilling.
Right.
But on the first date, there's so much conversation, which is why I think a coffee date really is great. Because just sip on your coffee and talk.
Yeah.
You can't be stuffing your faces when there's like, you're trying to get to know the other person.
That's true.
What's your perfect date?
I like an activity. I like a walk. You know, I
Where
feel like
are you
a walk
walking in Gurgaon?
the park.
Which park? Here? You come here and walk?
No.
I love Gurgaon. I'm running
Yeah.
a series called Gurgaon is Cool,
Yeah.
but it's not a walkable city.
No, it's not a walkable city. There's some spaces. I'll hit you up with a biodiversity park after this. No, like if I am going to a place, like I definitely like a daytime too, because like I want to see what you look like in daylight. I don't know, food can be very romantic, I think, at times. And breaking bread together is a very nice bonding activity, and you create a memory, right? Like I think food and memory are very closely associated.
Yeah.
What's your stance about being a Gurgaon girlie dating in Delhi or in other areas of
Don't.
NCR?
Just don't. Yeah, I passively heard this from a friend, and that friend was like that he would never date a Delhi girl because he lives in Gurgaon. And I was like, what a strange
Specific.
criteria. Yeah, never date somebody that's not, I think, 20 kilometers in your radius. It's too difficult unless you're jobless. If you're jobless, then do whatever you want. But if you actually have work to do during your day, it's such a headache.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It is. It's like a long distance relationship.
it is.
Delhi Gurgaon ka commute.
It is.
the
Gurgaon में कभी-कभी लगता है कि it's long distance
Yeah.
because of the traffic hours.
God forbid बारिश हो जाए. God forbid. Dating, do you think that Gurgaon boys are different than Delhi boys?
I've never spoken about going on dates with. I'm a little shy, but
That's okay.
No, so I've gone on dates with. It's not like if you tell me your address is this, I blacklist you.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
Yeah. But I do find that different, even localities in NCR have different personalities.
Yeah.
Like the little subcultures are very interesting.
And for South Delhi, for that matter, if you're a South Delhi girl, supposedly you have no personality, as per the internet. You know?
Our comment section would agree with that.
Yeah?
No, because I too hail from the South Delhi of it all.
Yeah.
But yeah, you were saying.
Yeah, so then apparently you have no personality.
Yeah.
And you have an accent, and you have a driver, and you have a help following you around. So all girls, my friends that have quote unquote failed dating lives, it's because they're dating in that South Delhi pool. 100%. Like they've not looked beyond it. They don't want to, even come to Gurgaon. So I think if you want a happy, successful dating life, come to Gurgaon.
There's a lot to explore in Gurgaon,
Yeah.
food-wise and men-wise.
I'll comment on the food, you can comment on the men.
I've been doing that. What's a lesson you've learned from a past relationship?
Take people for what they are doing, not what they say they'll do. And this is not in terms of their commitment to the relationship, it's in terms of their commitment to themselves. Because if someone's constantly saying that next year I'll appear for this, next year I'll do this, and they've not even started their preparation, then I feel like you're not committed to yourself.
Yeah.
So even if you're committed to me, I would rather you be committed to yourself first. So that's a lesson I've learned. Yeah.
There's a lot of people who are also okay to like rest on the laurels of what they're inherited.
Fair, then they should be with a girl who's okay with that and
Yes.
who also wants. I think it's all about lifestyle.
Right. Is there a particular profession you would never date?
So I never had an answer to this, but then this person who's a pilot asked me out, and I was like, yeah, okay, it should be a fun date. And then my friends are like, you can never go on a date with a pilot. And I was like, why? And then all of them individually are telling me that they're notorious for cheating. I was like, really? Is this a thing?
Yeah.
I
It's a
didn't
known
know
fact.
this. That's wild.
I know. I don't think it is like part of the job description, But I would say
Like with
that
actors, it's a part of the job description,
True.
right?
True. That's a really good point. Would you date an actor?
My younger self would, because it would be fun to be the it couple. But now at this age, no. I could not handle it.
It just takes so much like security
Yeah.
in the relationship.
Yeah.
But
And also, I think the way you grow up, like if you come from a family of actors, you've seen your father do it respectfully, so you won't look at it from that lens.
Yeah.
I don't come from a family of people who've been in front of the camera or even social people. My parents are each other's friends. So
that's so cute.
like they don't have like separate like opposite gender best friends and stuff.
Right. Is there something you wouldn't want to take from their marriage? You'd want to do differently?
Long distance. I would never do long distance. My parents actually met when they were 17, 18 in school at a party actually. How happening.
Wow.
Imagine meeting
Very
at a party. Yeah. That too in Lucknow.
My dream. Stop it.
What parties are happening in Lucknow? I
I
don't
gotta go check them out, I guess.
Yo, you should change your proximity to now Lucknow.
Changing in my app right now.
They met up and then Papa was in college and Mama was in Lucknow. So they were doing long distance for like 6 years. And that long distance is very different from this long distance. Right now we have FaceTime. They had not even WhatsApp. They had letters. And they would like time it that once in 15 days I'll send my letter and then you read it and write back to me. So in 1 month, I think they had 1 or 2 letters exchanged.
Wow.
I
Imagine.
cannot imagine.
There's something very romantic about that.
I think there's something also very peaceful about that. If in my mind, I'm not constantly anticipating when you're going to message me, I'm at peace. Yeah.
Do they have a story of like how he...
Yeah, such wild stories that feel like a movie. I feel like that's never going to happen in our generation.
Yeah.
Stories like my dad would tell his cousin to stand at the red light in the morning at 7 a.m. when Mama would cross for her school or college and then pass on something like a little gift or a note. And imagine the jobless cousin.
Yeah.
Imagine if I tell my cousin right now, 7 baje jaake red light pe khade ho jao. She'll be like, are you crazy?
Yeah.
But it was not crazy back then. It was just cute.
Yeah.
Like right now, for example, if I were to go on a first date with somebody and they do all these things for me, I'll be taken aback. I'll be like,
whoa.
what's your red flag? Why are you so interested?
Why are you love bombing me?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
too intense.
Yeah, it's too early. But
Yeah.
back then, all these grand gestures or small gestures were happening very early on.
What's a grand gesture that someone's ever done for you that's really touched you?
It's not a grand gesture. I think it's small gestures consistently. So if someone's trying to make sure that I'm not stressed about my work, or if they have no knowledge about content and they're still reading my scripts or they're still giving me suggestions on my edits, I think that's not a grand gesture, but it makes my everyday life easier. And I feel like if you're in a relationship or if you're looking to be in one, your everyday life should be easy, not that once a week there should be something very cool happening. Of course, if it happens, great, but what's happening on the daily basis, I think that's more important.
True. A friend told me once that if a person's in your life, they should either be making you happier, richer, or easier, right? Like the value that someone brings to your life should be kind of measured in the extent to which you feel happier around them, or your life feels easier, or they're making it richer economically or richer in other ways.
My sister. So this one time I posted a photograph, not with the intention of having guys DM me, but it was my birthday. So I posted my birthday photographs, like a birthday dump on Instagram. And then 4 or 5 people messaged me on Instagram after looking at those photos. And then my sister, I think it's very normal for girls to be approached on Instagram, much more than guys. But so my sister went through all profiles. And as a 2-step verification, she went on their LinkedIns.
Yes.
And then she was like, what is this guy doing? And then she gave me a short list of 2 people. So vetting happens.
Yeah. And I think the people closest to us are able to like objectively evaluate prospects when sometimes we're like blinded by all kinds of random emotions and stuff like that.
Because a lot of the times we think that this person is good to me. But then I think it's also important for that person to be good objectively. Although all these bad boy movies work on an opposite principle, that person's an ass to everyone else, but he'll be nice to you, so you're chosen, you're special. But that's not the kind of special you want to feel.
Yeah, exactly.
in the beginning, I mean, if you're a person who knows their value, then you look for people who are at least good people in their heart. And then, even if they're good people in their heart, things may not be good or they may not turn out to be well.
Yeah.
So, in those moments, to be able to differentiate that you're a good person, but you don't react to things well, or you're a good person, but XYZ things. I think because we rationalize, the person who's in a relationship rationalizes with, he's a great person, but he's a great person.
Yeah.
And that's fine. You can be a great person, but then how you react in different situations, that I feel like people close to you will be able to assess more objectively.
Yeah. But I feel like I would know your answers, but you just have to answer rapidly.
Okay.
Chandni Chowk or Komarin for a date?
Komarin, only because of the weather.
Yeah.
You can't go to Chandni Chowk randomly. Also, so much crowd. But this is rapid fire, so I'll continue.
Yeah. It's overstimulating. Lassi or matcha?
Lassi. Lassi, but thin lassi. Like pani ke saath, not
That,
just...
that Punjabi, that like chas type lassi.
Yeah, not like creamy lassi.
Got it. A home cooked meal or a fancy dinner out?
Fancy dinner. But fancy doesn't have to be a fine dining spot at
5-star.
all. It can just
Yeah.
be good food.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by, yeah.
Ghevar or cheesecake?
Cheesecake.
Wow, so you're going Western with these. Let's see.
Yeah,
Golgappa shots or champagne toast?
just golgappa.
Yeah.
And that too, maida, not suji.
No, I love golgappe. Like, that's my
Yeah, I
whole
think a
thing.
golgappa date is so cute.
So cute.
I've never been on one golgappa date.
Okay, momos or gyoza?
Momos.
Sharing plates or personal orders?
Sharing, because I'd like to be sure. You know, I
Yeah.
want my sample size to be bigger. Whatever's better, then you can share that with me.
Good. You got a good balance there. All set. This was really, really fun. Thank you
course.
for sharing your heart and your time with
Absolutely.
us and your food. Thank you so much for watching another episode of Love Handle. If you enjoyed this video, do be sure to hit subscribe, share it with your friends, like the video, and leave in the comments below what food we should sample with Suhana next. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.
I have so many questions, but I'm also hungry.
मुझे यहाँ पे मच्छर काट रहे हैं.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I scratched a lot. What a fun day for you guys. पहले 1 घंटा बालों में लगा, अब यहाँ bleeding.
No.